wearing the NIO stock to the moon shirt, I got a fantastic clip for you guys. And this is, of course, NIO CEO explaining why now is the time for profitability. It is now or never, and it is going to happen. All right. Why it is going to happen. And I want you guys to realize that right now, in my last video, I talked about how the recent surge in deliveries is just the beginning, right? And really, it's a result of the billions that they've spent in R&D to develop, to be able to have these technologies, to be able to develop these cars that are much cheaper in price, but offer much better interior space, much better technology, much better efficiency, and much better safety. To the extent that it's kind of really difficult for competitors to compete and have a similar product at a similar price. So NIO is making a better product, undercutting the competition, and really succeeding right now. So it is time for profitability. And he addresses why that's the case. And they've been continuously investing hard for the past 10 years. And several years ago, I talked about why NIO's R&D spending is so darn high. And it's basically because, well, I was told by a top management guy that NIO didn't start as early as Tesla, right? So to make up for the lost time, you have to spend more money on R&D to sort of develop more things at the same time. So, Tesla's got many years of a head start, right? And that doesn't mean their tech is better. It just means that to catch up and exceed them, you have to work harder. And to do that, you have to put in the effort, put in the money, put in the R&D. So that's why NIO has been continuously spending so much R&D to develop their tech, to make their products superior, in my personal opinion, than Tesla. The billions that they've spent on R&D to make their own chips, their own software, their own proprietary stuff. And this goes with the philosophy that the heavy R&D spending is to improve long-term margins. Instead of using NVIDIA's chips, they use their own chips, which is the first 5 nanometer computing chip to be in an automobile. Huge, massive achievement. And they're able to save 20,000 RMB per car, 2,500 US dollars per car, right? And that's extra margin. Right? And they can also lower the price of the car because you don't have that expense anymore. Because before they had to buy 4 chips from NVIDIA, 4 Orin X chips just for one car, which was kind of a lot. So now NIO doesn't have to do that. It's much cheaper. So that's definitely very, very nice. And of course, their own operating system. They don't have to pay Android. It's not developed based on Android. Another good thing. And of course, all these aspects to improve vehicle margin. And it's finally time for NIO to harvest. It's the season of harvest, so to speak. And that's why NIO CEO is so bullish right now. It's the time of harvest. They've spent so much planting the seeds. It's finally time to harvest and reap the rewards. That's what we're doing right now, right? It's finally time to be profitable. Yeah. Going forward, these will, like all this R&D spend that they've done, is going to help the bottom line hugely. All right, it's going to big time support the bottom line. I'm really looking forward to just a Q4 earnings report. It's probably going to look really good. And even if it's not profitable, we're going to get very close to profitability. Maybe even probably 2026, you're going to see profitability. Maybe not the entire year, but probably several quarters might be profitable. Yeah. All right, go check out that clip. I mean, this clip is just amazing. All right, amazing. And he also thanks a lot of the NIO fans and NIO supporters as well. Definitely worth watching. All right, go watch that clip. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.
Although we've only been losing money for 10 years, we've been firmly investing in many foundational technologies like chips, operating systems, autonomous driving, AI, and many other underlying technologies. These investments are all long-term. For operating systems, right, you have to invest billions of dollars. Chips also require billions, and many other technologies like high voltage systems also need substantial investment. Another investment is our charging network. As you know, we built over 1,000 charging stations last year. We built this network first, even though user numbers haven't grown as quickly. This is all forward investment, which naturally comes with financial costs. So over the past 3 years, our business performance hasn't met your expectations or even our own. The losses have been significant. Combined with various social factors, I'm often asked if we'll go bankrupt in the future. That's the situation. Since we're a publicly listed company, our finances are transparent. Though we've only been losing money for 10 years, people expect us to do better. This creates enormous pressure affecting our vehicle sales too. When people buy a car, they understand it's a long-term purchase. If a company isn't sustainable, buying their car creates anxiety. I completely understand this concern. So I want to especially thank all of you who stood firm against rumors and chose us. Thank you very much. In the past, our users have been courageous early adopters, loyal fans, and innovative thinkers. Having users who think independently isn't easy to come by. So, of course, this year's deliveries, or starting from the end of March, when we began delivering the 1.9 and our third generation cars, we've actually entered a new vehicle cycle. It's also the beginning of our entire future trajectory, starting from the bottom and moving upward. The second cycle, objectively speaking, didn't meet our expectations. As for the third cycle, I think we've basically returned to our expected track. At the end of March, we delivered what I can say without exaggeration is the world's most technologically advanced volume product, our tech flagship. At the end of April, we delivered the Nomad, which has achieved the highest safety ratings in Chinese crash tests and the highest safety score in the new European standards. Though it sparked much debate initially, with people asking who gave Liang Jingru the courage, it wasn't viewed optimistically at first. But now its sales and delivery numbers already exceed the combined total of Mini and Smart. So this late blooming thunder now needs to wait a bit. Even the pickup truck has to wait. I think this demonstrates the foresight of our strategic planning, brand positioning, and overall market approach. In July, we released the L90. In August, we launched the all-new ES8. And in September, we began deliveries of the new ES8. You can see how our investments are now entering a harvest period. Actually, during the L90 launch, and especially at the all-new ES8 release, I discussed a theory of doubt. What was it? Through the L90's spacious cargo area and the all-new ES8's capacity for 6 people and 12 suitcases, plus its ultra-low energy consumption, we've proven one thing to users. What is that? The ultimate experience advantage of pure electric technology.